Hello YouTube, my name is Allison Phillips Bean and welcome to my very first makeup tutorial. I get lots of requests for tutorials, so here it is. In this video I will be using the Morphe 35O palette and oh my goodness, I love it so much. It's so gorgeous and versatile. This is a pretty warm and sparkly look that I love to wear on the daily, so let's get started. Here I am mixing two foundations. I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundations. They're both from the drugstore. I start out by dotting it all over my face and then I just grab any kabuki brush and just buff that in and really just take the time to make sure that it is blended all over my face. I really love both of these foundations on their own. They're such good drugstore foundations, but I'm also finding that I really like this mixture as well. Now it's time to conceal. I am using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and I'm just dotting that everywhere where I like to highlight under my eyes, in between my brows, on the bridge of my nose, and on the chin. Then I'm taking my damp Real Techniques sponge and I'm just really taking the time to make sure that I blend that out so you don't see any harsh lines. Then once I am done blending out my concealer, I like to take my damp sponge and I like to go over all of my foundation and all the lines just to make sure that everything blends. I like the way that it makes my foundation look like skin and really blends everything together. Now I am going to set my concealer by using my NYX contour palette. I'm using the white and the yellow shade and I'm just taking my Morphe tapered brush and really making sure that I blend that in over everywhere I put that concealer. Now I'm going to set my foundation using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. I really like this powder and I love to do this step because it makes it so that once I go in with blush and contour, everything just blends perfectly. Now I'm going to take the light bronze shade from my NYX contour palette and I'm going to use that to warm up my face before I go in with contour. I'm just going to put it right on my cheeks and then right on my forehead. For contour, I'm taking my mini NARS 80 brush and my NYX blush in taupe, and is the perfect cool tone shade for contouring. As you can see, it just creates the perfect shadow. I am obsessed with this stuff. I just go in at the hollows of my cheeks, and then I'm going to go in on my forehead, and then I'll shade in the sides of my nose. I don't like to contour too crazy on my nose, just something light to define it a little bit more. Now I'm going to go in with the darkest cool tone shade from the palette in my mini NARS Ita, and I'm going to shade under my jawline and my chin. I just like how this makes everything look more defined. For blush, I am using Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. It's such a pretty color and it looks good on so many different skin tones. My highlight today is going to be the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I mean, come on, it's gorgeous. Just going to put that on the tops of my cheeks and on the bridge of my nose, on the tip of my nose, and right there on my Cupid's bow. Now I am taking the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in taupe. I was not blessed with natural, gorgeous, thick eyebrows like so many of you were, so I'm taking it and I'm going to outline the shape of my brow and just lightly fill in some of the blank spots. And then my brows are kind of far apart, so as you can see, I'm just recreating some hair-like strokes right there in the middle just to draw them in. I like it. It makes your nose look a little bit slimmer. Now, on some days, this would be the perfect place to stop for a more natural eyebrow, but I was craving a bold one, so we're going to take the NYX eyebrow gel and a tiny, tiny dot of it on the back of my hand. I'm just going to put that and fill it in a little bit more on my brows. Now I am going to take my Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer, the mechanical one in the color In the Nude, and I'm going to use that just to define and straighten out my eyebrows. I don't do this all the time, but today I needed it, and then I take the sponge tip on the other side just to blend it in. Sometimes it's a lot quicker than using a concealer. And of course, to finish off my brows, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel to set them in place. And now the best part, the Morphe 35O palette. I am going to be taking a fluffy blending brush in these two colors here. I am using these colors as my transition shade, and I'm really taking the time to make sure that I really blend that in, and I'm holding my brush a little bit towards the middle. That helps a lot with the blending process. Now I'm taking a denser blending brush in this color that you see here, and I'm basically doing the same thing but a little bit lower just to darken up that crease and help blend the colors all in together. Now I'm taking a smaller brush and I will be going in with these two colors and mixing them together and going in on the outer third of my eyelid just to really kind of smoke it out a little bit and define it, and just really taking the time to make sure that I blend that all in together seamlessly. Now I'm taking this really pretty shimmer shade on the bottom right hand corner and I'm popping that in all over my eyelid. Such a pretty color. I just feel like it makes my green eyes pop. And now I'm going to take this gorgeous light shimmer shade and I'm just going to pop that right on the center of my eye, kind of for a pretty halo effect. Now I'm just taking that dark shade again and going back in and helping to define it a little bit more. Sometimes it can get lost after you put shimmer on. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush again and making sure it's all blended together. Now I take a pencil brush in this pretty warm shade and I'm going to use that to smoke out my lower lid and really taking the time to make sure I blend that out. And then once again, I will grab that fluffy brush and I will go back in and blend out those edges. Now I'm going to take an eyeliner brush in the darkest shade that I used on my lid and I'm going to put that on the outer half of my lower lid just to further darken and define things. Now I am taking my L'Oreal Smoke Kiss-Me eyeliner. I think that's how you say it. I don't know, but this is a holy grail product for me. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It smokes out your eyeliner so perfectly. I just take that all over my lash line, and then once I get to the outer corner, I push it up just a little bit more just to give that lash line a little more drama and give it a more bombshell look. After looking at my look, I feel like I needed a little more sparkle. I'm a sparkle girl, so I'm taking my Stila Magnificent Metals in Kitten, and I'm just dabbing that right where I put that lightest shade on the center of my eyelid. Love this stuff. It's so gorgeous. To prep for falsies, I'm going to take the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and I'm just going to go in with one coat and make sure to darken up my eyelashes so that they blend better with my falsies. I'm using the Vegas Nay Eyelure Strip Lash Adhesive and the Ardell Wispy Lashes, holy grail for me. So what I do with my lashes is I cut them into 3 because I wear contacts, and that way it's more comfortable because my lash line isn't as stiff and my eyes water less when I do this. And if you struggle with eyelashes, this may be the solution for you. Now for my lower lashes, I'm using the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. I love this mascara for my lower lashes because it has a small applicator and it gets right up to the root of those tiny little lashes. And now I'm just going to use my fingers to pinch my lashes and the falsies together to further blend them. I almost forgot to highlight my brow bone. This is my favorite step. So I'm taking the lightest shade from the palette and just popping it right under the arch of my brow. I feel like it makes such a huge difference. Now to line my lips, I'm using the Jordana lip liner in Tawny. Now I'm just taking a nude lipstick. This is the Too Faced lipstick in Naked Dolly. And I wanted it to be a little more pink, so I took MAC Cream Cup and just layered that on top. Now to set everything in place, I'm taking the Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous Makeup Setting Spray. And my Morphe 35O palette look is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, being that it's my first video and everything. Please like and comment below if you want to see more looks, and feel free to subscribe. And I hope you all have a fabulous start to your 2016. Thanks for watching. Bye.